Hello and welcome to Ranked Randomly, the show where I pit my favorite celebrities, entertainment products, historical events, and more against each other to see what my random favorite is. I love making lists. I've got spreadsheets filled with my favorite actors and actresses, TV shows, games, songs, characters, and a whole bunch more. But what I've been struggling with lately is how do you compare things which are separate genres? How do you compare a side-scrolling platformer to a first-person shooter? How do you compare a comedy versus a war movie? So I figured why not try to compare completely and obviously unrelated topics against each other to see what my random favorite of those topics is. Ahead of each episode, 15 random spreadsheets of favorites will be selected for the pool. From that pool, with the help of a random number generator, 5 lists will be selected. From those 5 lists, which have been randomized already, 1 item will then be selected from each, and then it'll be up to me to rank them from favorite to least favorite. So, which 15 categories are in the pool today? We have games, books, movies, actresses, actors, TV series, protagonists, antagonists, characters. Characters would be characters that aren't protagonists or antagonists. Songs, singers or bands, years, events, platinum trophies of PlayStation 4 games, and finally, YouTube channels. Here we have our trusty random number generator from Google. It is set from 1 to 15 because we are dealing with 15 different categories in the pool. So, what will our first category be? We're going to press generate, and the first number is 6. The first category chosen was TV series. We then return to our trusty random number generator to see what our second category for the pool will be. Category number 10. Category number 10 are my favorite songs. The next selection, number 4. The fourth spreadsheet is my favorite actresses. Fourth selection is spreadsheet number 5, which just so happens to be my favorite actors. Our final selection is spreadsheet number 13, the weirdest category of the bunch. I hope this wasn't going to happen in episode 1, but we've got life and historical events. So these are the chosen categories from today's pool. We will be ranking one of my favorite TV series against one of my favorite songs, against one of my favorite actresses, against one of my favorite actors, against one of my favorite or most impactful life or historic event. Now, I'm not going to actually show you the list, so we're going to return to our trusty number generator. The first category chosen was our favorite TV series. So we then changed the field for the random number generator from 1 to 20. And from within that 1 to 20, the number selected is number 1. The selection for number 1 and the first thing that will be in today's rankings is the TV show The Leftovers. Our second category are my favorite songs, and that also happens to have 20 items in the list. So we are going to return to the trusty random number generator and see where we will be going in our favorite numbers list. We will be going to number 10 on the list. And number 10 on the list is Nirvana's Smells Like Teen Spirit. For our category number 3, being actresses, there are only 10 names on the list. That's not to say that there are more, there is just what the list is currently at. So we will then change the field in the random number generator from 1 to 10, and we will see which actress we will be selecting. Actress number 8, Rachel McAdams.
I'll take it.
For my favorite actors list, the list is 10 again, so we don't need to change the field. And let's see where we end up. The number selected is 3. On my list for favorite actors, number 3 is Matthew McConaughey.
All right.
And the final item on the list, which I will be randomly ranking against all these other random things that we have just currently selected, is from my favorite events list. The events list also contains 10 items, so we return to the trusty number generator and we will decide, or the AI will decide, where we go. We've selected 8 again, and 8 would be the first time I attended a live cricket match. So to recap, the 5 things I now have to randomly rank in terms of what are my favorites. We have The Leftovers versus Nirvana's Smells Like Teen Spirit versus Rachel McAdams, Matthew McConaughey, and the first time I ever attended a live cricket match. Okay, so now we've got to really discuss these. The Leftovers, this is going to be already quite a front runner for this thing. The Leftovers is my favorite TV show, and so I would think that that's pretty much a good front runner for number 1, but I'll have to see how the others compare. Smells Like Teen Spirit, that is a classic song. It's one of Nirvana's, if not Nirvana's, biggest hits. Rachel McAdams is the dark horse in this list. Rachel McAdams is in a bunch of underrated movies that I really love. Movies like Morning Glory, About Time. She's an actress that whenever I see her on screen, I really enjoy what she's in, and so in my head, she seems like she's going to do fairly well in this list, but the actors have not made that any easier by the fact that I've drawn Matthew McConaughey. Matthew McConaughey is an exceptional actor, and especially since the reconnaissance, his prowess on screen has been very noticeable and quite a joy to watch. I specifically remember when I was in matric, Mud coming out, and Mud is not the usual type of movie that I'd want to go see. This coming of age story in the south of the USA, and it was just a really wonderful piece of cinema, and Matthew McConaughey really brought that to life. And then there are a whole bunch of movies that came out around that time. We have to, of course, mention Dallas Buyers Club, which he was fantastic in. And then there's a really personal item. The first time I attended a live cricket match, I believe that was a 2020 match, was with my immediate family. I had a couple aunts there as well, and I remember going to watch this at the Wanderers, and it was really the first time I'd been in that atmosphere, and so of course it stuck in my memory, and it is a favorite memory of mine. As with anything that was going to come out of the events page, it is a random memory, and that works very well with ranked randomly. So now I have to consider which ones will be 1 to 5.
World needs bad men. We keep the other bad men from the door.
At number 5, surprisingly bringing up the back end, and once and probably the only time we'll ever find him at the bottom of a list, it's Matthew McConaughey. At number 4, also not used to being at the back end of a list, but this is a strong list and this is my favorite list, so randomly ranked number 4, Nirvana Smells Like Teen Spirit.
Too pretty.
Oh, no, it's just, I've got a lot of mascara and lipstick on.
Let's have a look. Oh, yes.
Somehow topping those two is Rachel McAdams. Obviously, the movie she's been in has left an impact. Number 2 on this episode's randomly ranked list, we have the first time I attended a live cricket match.
Can I go with you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Number 1 is my favorite TV show of all time, The Leftovers. And that is basically ranked randomly. It's not going to make any sense. Matthew McConaughey at 5. It's not going to happen again. Depending on what I could have chosen, he could very well have been a number 1. I'm surprised that I did put Rachel McAdams at 3, but I suppose that's kind of the impact that her roles have had on me, and how much enjoyment I do get out of them. The events one is always going to be a funky one, because that is personal and that is a hard thing to contest when it comes to nostalgia. But of course, if you are the top of any list, like The Leftovers is, it's going to be hard to knock one of my number ones off a number one list when it comes to ranked randomly. But now that we're nearing the end of the show, it's time to have some fun with some AI. Because before the AI takes over, we might as well enjoy the fun we can have with it. So we're going to take 1 to 5 and put them into a random number order generator to see where the AI would then rank these 5 things. And here is the order according to the random sequence generator. We have 5, 2, 4, 1, 3, which means according to the random number order generator. The list is first time attending a live cricket match at number 1, followed by Nirvana's Smells Like Teen Spirit. We then have Matthew McConaughey in the middle of the pack, The Leftovers at number 4, and rounding out today's ranked randomly at number 5, according to the random number order generator. It's Rachel McAdams. And that's it for today's episode. Please let me know in the comments how you would rank these 5 random things that have been randomly selected out of nowhere. Stay safe, and until next time, thanks for watching.
Honestly, I don't know how the AI could slight Rachel McAdams like that. And that's just not right.